So for the first project, we're gonna be making a tabletop Christmas tree. Now this is a very modern, simple looking Christmas tree. I'm gonna have these templates available online, link down in the description. We're simply gonna start out with a 3/4 by 6 or 3/4 by 5.5, so 1 by 6. And we are going to adhere these templates to the 1 by 6, and then we're gonna come back and cut those down with a circular saw. Okay, so the way this works is there's a notch in both of these pieces, one on the top and one on the bottom. It's kind of a half lap joint, so these are gonna slide into one another. Now the middle of this joint, I marked the crosshairs with on the template, and we're gonna be using a 3/4 inch Forstner bit. Doesn't have to be a Forstner bit. However, I know that I get a cleaner hole out of a Forstner bit, so we're gonna drill those holes out and then we'll connect them with the circular saw. We might have to finish it off with a jigsaw, but that should do it for now. Got the star cut out, which was cut out with a jigsaw. Honestly, all of this could be cut out with a jigsaw. However, you know, honestly, a bandsaw is gonna be the best bet, or a scroll saw or something like that. But I know that not everybody has access to those tools, so I kind of wanted to show circular saw and a jigsaw there. Once we get these things all stained up, then we're gonna drill a hole here, put a dowel in the top, and then put our star on the top after we assemble the two. So we'll get some stain on these things. Okay, so we've got everything stained up, the 3 pieces, the star, and then the 2 pieces for the trees, or for the tree, that is. And all I need to do now is I need to drill a 1/4 inch hole for our 1/4 inch wood dowel in the end of this tree, as well as a 1/4 inch hole in this. So, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I got the hole drilled in the top of the tree as well as the bottom of the star, and now I'm going to assemble these together just by, you can add some wood glue, but we've got a pretty tight fit. So, got those together. Let me insert our wood dowel. And our star. And there is the Christmas tree. All right, so let's move on to our next project, which is going to be a Christmas tree shaped shelving unit. Now, this one is gonna require a miter saw, so there are gonna be some straight cuts, but there's also gonna be some angled cuts, which are all going to be at 30 degrees. I've got my miter saw set to 30 degrees, and we're gonna be turning the boards vertically like this and cutting those 30-degree angles. So we'll go ahead and cut them all down to length, and then we can start on the assembly. All right, so now we've got all of our pieces cut, and I need to figure out how this thing is gonna come together, not like that. So our longest shelf will be on the bottom. Okay, so I've got this all laid out how I want it. Now we need to assemble it. I'm gonna be assembling it with wood glue, some kind of fast acting wood glue, and pin nails. Now we're gonna need to assemble it from the bottom up because we're gonna have limited access kind of in the nooks and crannies. So we'll assemble this and then fasten it from the top of this board, assemble the sides on that, do the same thing, and repeat the process until we get to the top. we have it. Some Christmas tree shelves. Now we're gonna go ahead and stain this up, and then I am going to trace out a 1/4 inch sheet of, or a 1/4 inch piece of plywood for the back. We'll cut that down after we get it all stained up and then tack it to the back, and this will be done. For the third DIY Christmas decor project, we're gonna be making a wooden star. Now, this is gonna be made from a 1x2, about 6 feet long is what you need. And I'm gonna be cutting 2 different angles. One is 36 degrees and one's 54 degrees. Now, I am lucky enough that I have a saw that goes all the way to 60 degrees. However, if you don't, maybe your saw maxes out at 45. Actually, Jamie Castiglio has a tutorial that shows you how to build a jig to cut a 40 or 54 degree angle on her website, and I'll link down below to that in the description. So we're gonna cut out all the pieces we need for the star, and then we can work on the assembly. All right, so I've got all my pieces laid out now on their sides. We're gonna be using some Weldwood wood adhesive, which is a fast curing wood adhesive, and some 1¼ inch pin nails. Now, I've got them all laid out like this because we want to attach the inner angle first, because we won't have access to that after the fact. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these up and pin nail them together, and then we'll move on to the second step. All right, so now we're gonna take all these pieces that we created and we're gonna put them all together like so. Maybe? Whoa, what is going on here? Like so. That's the way you wanna do it. So we're gonna glue all these together and tack them in place just like we did the other step. And we should be able to tack them through here, and they should stick together just fine. We'll see if all these angles come together like they're supposed to. So that's not too bad. I love the way things work out like when they're supposed to, or how they're supposed to work out. That is a lot of angles, and in order to get them to come together as tight as we did, I'm impressed. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing stained up, and then yeah, we'll get back to you. Final assembly of the 3 Christmas projects is simply tacking on this 1/4 inch backing onto the tree. So we are going to apply a little bit of wood glue to the perimeter, and then we're going to come back and attack that with pin nails. So there you have it. We've got 3 quick and easy holiday decor DIY projects. Now, these can be completed easily in an afternoon. In fact, I think we did all 3 of them in a matter of a few hours. I've also got other projects on my website like advent calendars and some other DIY trees and holiday display projects. So if you want to go check those out, I'll put a link down below. There's a ton of other DIY gift ideas for everybody in the house, and including family and friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that one right there. And if you want the plans for each of these projects, make sure you click on that link right there. Until next time, be safe and happy building.